This is a video on how to make the workshop cart. It's going to reinforce the stuff you learnt last year, drawing those drawings from then. And we're going to start playing around with the sheet metal options in this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Create, Document, and then you're going to make a shop cart. We're just going to quickly go over the tools on how to draw the cube of this first. So we got to go to Sketch, and then we have to click on the plane that we want to be drawing on. So we're going to click on top. Then we're going to go over here to the line tool, and we're going to go from the center out, just like that. And I didn't do any measurements there, I just quickly eyeballed it. We're doing miters in the corners here, and these miters are 45 degrees. So we're just going to set the angle there to 45 and the angle there to 45. And we're using 20mm RHS, so we're going to set that width to 20. And we'll come down here, and this is on the outside edge, 350mm long. So that'll make up the two square frames for the top and bottom of our cube. If we just go and hit the tick button, then we go to Extrude, click on that object we just did, and we're going to make that 20mm. So there we have the horizontal piece for our squares. So we're going to go over here and right click on part 1, go to properties, and we're going to rename this rail 20 by 20 RHS, and it is 350 long. And now I'm going to make that disappear, and that's just going to be hidden away there so it doesn't get in the way of our next drawing. Sketch, top. We're going to use the corner rectangle tool, go from the center out like this. And we're going to set this to 20 by 20. You can see that these two things are selectable. You don't have to click on them, but as you mouse over towards them, a little white box goes around them. That means it's editable now. So I can go in here and just type 20 and then enter. And it's automatically going to select the other one that hasn't been set yet. So I'm going to make that one also 20. So 20 by 20, that's our RHS. And I'm going to hit the tick button, and then I'm going to extrude that. Click on the thing. We're going to make this 280 long. And there's that piece. Now we go over here to part 2, right click, go to properties, rename this to up. It is 280 long, and it is 20 by 20 RHS. We're going to make one more part here now, and we're going to go once again draw on top. Let's go down and focus on top. We're going to use this corner rectangle tool, go from the center out again like this, and we're going to make something that is 60 by 60. Now what this is the little mount that we're going to put our casters on. Now this is likely to change because of getting different casters and stuff. So we're just going to do a basic one, 60 by 60, and then we will react to that in the workshop to what casters are actually available to us. Now we're just going to use the circle tool here, and we're going to make 4 circles. These are all randomly sized. I am going to now come over here to my dimension tool, and I'm going to dimension one of these. I'm going to make it 12mm for a 10mm bolt. And I'm going to come over here to the equals button, and I'm going to click on that, and then that. And that's automatically going to size at the same size. So I can just go around and keep clicking like this, instead of having to write 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Saves just a little bit of time. Now we're going to now dimension this out. Now I want the center of this circle, if I can get it, center of this circle to this. And we're going to go 10. And again, center of the circle out, we're going to pull up, and we're going to go 10. So now what I can do is I can go over here and I can use these tools to make that inline horizontally with this. And I can do the same thing over here and make that one horizontal to this one. And I can make the vertical line from this one to this one. So this is in line now here and this way and this way. The only thing we have to fix is this center to there. That needs to be 10. And then I can use that vertical line once again, go to there and go to there. And so I know that all these things are in the same sort of place. This isn't the fastest way of doing it. I just wanted to show you some more of these tools up here. And what I want to do is just round off these corners. So I'm going to go over here to this fillet tool, and I'm just going to click on one corner, one side, another side. Yeah, 5 mil sounds good. I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to do that all the way around. So click and then enter. So that's our thing done there. And we're just going to hit tick. And now we want to extrude this. I think we're going to be using 6 mil plate for this. So we're going to make it 6 mil deep. And there we have a little mount. So we go down here to part 3. We're going to get to properties. And we're going to call it a wheel mount. It is 60 by 60 by 3 plate. And we're going to hit save. Done. So we're going to assemble this part now because it makes more sense to assemble it now than later because we need to use the cube to make our sheet metal parts. So we're going to go down here to assembly. And we're going to insert. We want 8 of these. So I'm going to click it 8 times. Then click there. So I've got 8 instances of that. I want 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 16 objects altogether. Pick. So there we have all our stuff. I'm going to pull one of these out. I'm going to use this as my base, where I'm starting from. So I'm going to right click on that and hit fix. Now that's not going to go jumping around. This is going to be where everything gets built off. Now we go over here to fasten mate. Now this tool here is the one you want. It looks like a cylinder. Often people click on this one, connector mate, a mate connector, which is not the same thing. Fasten mate is what you want to use. So I clicked on that. I'm going to right click and drag, and I'm going to wheel around until I can see this face here. There is a yellow disc here underneath the highlight thing. I'm making sure that's in the middle of that. And so I know that whatever I'm going to join now is going to stay to the middle of this surface. I'm going to go over here now. I'm going to click that one. And it's gone down there. So what it's done is it's actually gone into the middle of it. So I need to flip it around. So there's these tools here is how I do that. So I can straight up flip it like that. And now it's in the right place. And so I'm just going to do the same thing until I get my square. This one needs to be rotated around. So I'm using the rotate tool. There we go. Now I have my square. What I'm going to do now is attach the uprights and the wheel mounts. So I'm going to rotate around and I'm going to select a corner here. You can see that all the white handlebars are shown here. That means I'm going to be making sure that I'm on the base of this. If they go around like this, all the white handlebars are not on the bottom. They're on the side, which means it's going to stuff up and you're going to be connecting the side to it. So just make sure that you're selecting the right face of your object. So I'm going to click that bottom left-hand corner there. And because I'm on that bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to attach it over here. And then that's just going to go to the right spot. And that's that done. So I'm going to do that to the other ones as well, making sure to select top left. I put it to the corresponding side. It's just less mucking around this way. There we go. Now I'm going to attach our wheel mounts. Now I want to get the center of the wheel mount. And I'm just going to put it on the edge like this. Now that doesn't exactly fit where we want it to fit, because we want to have all our holes visible. So what we need to do is use the offset tool. So down here, there's a little check button that says offset. So you can click on that. And there are down here, a red line, a green line, and a blue line that goes straight up. So what we want to do is move it along the green line and the red line to move it more over here so that frees up that hole there. So if I go here to red line and go -10, we'll see what that does for us. Good. And we're going to go to the green line. We're going to go -10 as well. So there we have it. Sitting on the corner like that, we have all our 4 holes visible and looks nice and even. The reason why I did -10 is because we're going along the negative path. If I did +10, it'd go towards the bottom of the screen instead of towards the top. So that's that done. I'm just going to attach the other ones now. So those 4 are attached. I'm going to now make the top square piece now, the same way as we made the bottom. Done. And so now I can come under here, select an edge. Just making sure that all the handles are on the right side. I'm going to grab that. And then I'm going to stick it over here on that surface there. It only moves that one there. I know it's in the right place. So I'm going to hit the tick button and everything else comes and joins it. So that is the cube. This is just all stuff you've known before that you've done in previous drawings. So now we're going to move on to some newer stuff.